5 more minutes. Just one more video. I'll start tomorrow. Does that sound familiar?
Disclaimer: everything you're about to hear is validated by neuroscience and clinical psychology. The studies of Dr. Fuchsia's Sirois, Dr. Timothy Pickle, and the foundations of cognitive behavioral therapy are the pillars of this episode. This isn't just my opinion, it's your brain under the microscope. Sources and situations are in the description. Now, let's head inside. The origin and the cerebral civil war.
To understand why you do it, we have to travel back to ancient Greece. They call it Akrasia. Aristotle defined it as a lack of self-control, that state where your judgment tells you do A, but your will ends up doing B. It's a glitch in human currents that has haunted us for millennia. Here's some example. Imagine your mind is that ship. You think you're the captain, but in the basement there's a hungry stowaway, your limbic system. This is your instinctive brain, the oldest part, which only understands immediate pleasure and survival. It doesn't want you to record a podcast or study. It just wants cheap dopamine. In front of it sits your prefrontal cortex, located right behind your forehead. She is the masterpiece, the strategist, the one who knows that project will bring you success. The problem? When you feel stressed, the limbic system stages a coup against the cortex. Instinct wins over reason. That's why procrastination happens when your instinctive brain side hijacks your human side. That sound you just heard, that's your amygdala screaming. She thinks that pending 10-page report is a lion about to eat you. And your response is to flee straight to the couch.
The school map and the pain scanner.
To understand this, let's look at how the three great schools of psychology explain it. Pay close attention. Behaviorism, the psychology of reward and punishment. This school says we learn through consequences. If you have a task that gives you anxiety and you decide not to do it and watch a series instead, that anxiety vanishes instantly. Your brain gets a reward, instant relief. We call this negative reinforcement. You'll learn that fleeing removes the discomfort, so your brain forces you to flee faster every time. Procrastination becomes a relief addiction. Cognitive psychology, the psychology of thought. This studies what you tell yourself. Your mind uses cognitive distortions. Lies like I'll feel more like it tomorrow, or I work better under pressure. These are logical traps, excuses designed by your brain so you don't feel guilty about escaping. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This is the key. It teaches us that procrastination is actually a dysfunction of emotional regulation. You aren't avoiding the task, you are avoiding the negative feelings, fear, doubt, boredom, that the task triggers in you. But be careful. There is an even dark trap. Tim Hirvan, one of the great experts on this topic, explains that there is a second type of procrastination, the one without a deadline. If you have an exam tomorrow, panic will make you move. But what about your dreams? What about that project you want to start? but no one is forcing you to deliver. There, the panic never arrives, and that is the silent procrastination, the one that doesn't create a crisis but a long term regret. It's the one that makes you feel like you are just like a spectator in your own life.
Neurohacks and applied science.
We know what is it. Now let's hack it. Because yeah, we can hack your brain. As Dr. Timothy Pickle says, procrastination is an emotion management problem, not a time management problem. One of the most important hack isn't a time management technique. It's a software update for your identity. This is where Dr. Fuchsia Sirois comes in with a distinctive that will blow your mind. Self-esteem versus self-compassion. Many of us believe that to stop procrastinating, we need to boost our self-esteem to feel successful and powerful. The problem is that self esteem is based on evaluation. If I do it well, I'm worthy. If I fail, I'm not. And when you fail, because you will, your self esteem plummets, your stress level spikes, and your brain freezes up all over again. Sirois proposes proactive self compassion. It's not about feeling sorry for yourself, it's about treating yourself with the same kindness you will offer to your best friend. Forgiving yourself for a wasting time yesterday isn't being lazy. It's a neurochemical strategy. It reduces cortisol levels and quiets the noise in your amygdala, allowing your prefrontal cortex to regain control again. Another hack is the 5-minute rule. Based on the Zeigarnik effect, our minds hate unfinished tasks. They create a tension that only subsides upon completion. If you manage to start for just 5 minutes, remember, your brain will automatically want to close that loop. Another hack, it's the time boxing versus infinite list. Stop making endless to-do lists. Give your task a time box instead. For example, to-do lists are visual stressors. Seeing 20 pending items triggers your amygdala, putting your brain in a state of alarm. However, when you say, from 4 to 4:30, I will only do this, your brain relaxes. It finds peace because it knows there is a clear finish line. The 2 minutes rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. This prevents a small task from piling up in your mind. Every time you mentally bookmark a tiny task for later, you are um, working your memory with junk. Like you're filling up your memory with junk. This creates mental fatigue even before you start the important stuff. Clear the cache and do it now. You can no longer say you don't know what's happening to you. Procrastination is a lie your brain tells you to keep you safe in a comfort zone. Also, let me tell you something personal. I have struggled with procrastination too. Many times I have felt that frustration of knowing I should be working, but my instinctive brain was just looking for a way out. That's true, I'm not perfect, and I'm in this journey with you. But there's one tool that has changed my perspective completely. If you want to dive deeper, I highly recommend the book Solving the Procrastination Puzzle by Dr. Timothy Pickle. It's short, it's radical, and it helps you understand that you are not lazy. You are just a human trying to cope with emotions. Thank you so much for listening. We have covered a lot today, and I hope this helps you understand your brain a little better. I'll see you in the next episode. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Spotify so you don't miss any updates. See you soon.